My name is Bishop Christopher Coyne, and this series is entitled Words and Actions. It's an opportunity for me to share a few simple insights about prayer and prayer postures. Now, here's a prayer posture that we're all very familiar anytime we go to church, and it's called sitting. Now, you might say, well, what kind of a prayer posture is that? It's a very important one, because when you think about it, when we come into a church and we are called to sit down, we're called to a kind of openness to hear something or to experience something. There's an expectation there that something is going to happen. We're there to participate in it by listening and viewing and maybe responding in words, singing in words like to a responsorial psalm or something like that. But there's this sense that there's something going to happen there. Now, whenever you've sat at a table, it may be for a meeting or it may be for a meal, but there's a communion that begins. There's a relationship that's established. There's the table, the altar, of course, and sometimes it's a little bit further away than a regular table, but there's that idea that we are there and open to something that is about to happen. So sitting down is not a neutral kind of an activity. It's one in which we are now putting ourselves in a place of expectation, whether it's of being fed, of listening, of responding, whatever it may be. To sit is to be stationary, to say that I'm going to be open to whatever is about to be experienced here. So when you're in church and you sit down, maybe it's not the time to be looking at your watch, unless of course the priest has gone a little longer than he should in the homily. Or maybe it's not the time to be reaching for the bulletin or reaching for the breviary or reaching for the hymnal or whatever it may be. It's the time in which you kind of open yourself to what we hope is a good proclamation of the word, wonderful singing and music, and a good homily, and also perhaps to just kind of open ourselves in prayer. So sitting, whether it's in church, on our own, in a holy place, out in the woods, whatever it does, it's to be open to something wonderful happening, to expect something to be ongoing so that I can participate in it. So the next time you hear, please be seated. See it as an opportunity not just to get off your feet, but as an opportunity to perhaps receive something, to hear something, and then respond to it as well. My name is Bishop Christopher Coyne. Thank you for joining me.